First, let us discuss about main parts of a 4-stroke IC engine. The basic part of an IC engine is cylinder and piston arrangement. This is the cylinder. The piston is placed inside the cylinder and which is free to move. This is the piston. And this is the crank rod or shaft. This is the connecting rod which connects the crank and piston. Connecting rod. The case which covers the crank is called crankcase. Crankcase. And the input, the air fuel mixture or the air which is being sent through the inlet manifold. This is called inlet manifold. The passage through which the exhaust gas goes out is called exhaust manifold. And the valve which is used to control the input is called inlet valve. Inlet valve. The valve which is used to control the exhaust is called exhaust valve. And the top of the cylinder is called cylinder head. This portion is called cylinder head. And this arrangement is the spark plug in the case of a petrol engine, or fuel injector in the case of a diesel engine. So these are the main parts of an IC engine. Let me repeat once again. The basic part is the cylinder and piston arrangement. Then the piston is connected to a crankshaft through a connecting rod. The input gas is given through the inlet manifold, which is being controlled by inlet valve, and the exhaust gas is controlled by the exhaust valve and passed through the exhaust manifold. If it is a petrol engine, this part will be a spark plug. If it is a diesel engine, this part will be a fuel injector. So these are the main parts of a diesel engine. Now let us see some nomenclatures related to the engine. The first one is top dead center. Shortly we will call it as a TDC. The top dead center, TDC, is the topmost position of the piston in the engine cylinder. In the diagram, the TDC is here. This portion is TDC, top dead center, beyond which the piston cannot move. Similarly, the maximum place that a piston can reach on the bottom side is called BDC, bottom dead center. So TDC is the topmost position of the engine piston in the engine cylinder. Similarly, BDC, bottom dead center, is the bottommost position of the piston in the engine cylinder. Then related to volume, swept volume is the volume of the cylinder between the TDC and BDC. In the diagram, the volume between TDC and BDC. So this volume is called swept volume Vs. Similarly, the volume above the piston level, TDC, is called clearance volume Vc. Okay, so swept volume Vs is the volume of the cylinder between top dead center and bottom dead center. Clearance volume is the volume of the cylinder above the top dead center. Then another important point related to IC engine is compression ratio. Compression ratio is the ratio of cylinder volume to the clearance volume. That is, compression ratio is equal to V by Vc, where cylinder volume V is equal to the sum of clearance volume Vc and swept volume Vs.